Hello everybody, Dr. Jake Alec here from Alec Pain to Performance. In this episode we'll be with Amy Nielsen, co-founder of Spenga, Spin, Strength, and Yoga, all in one form of fitness every time you work out here. We are right between the strength and yoga part, and we're just gonna get a breakdown and hear from you as the co-founder of how the heck did you end up here?
Yeah, no, great question. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for having me on. Super excited to share my own personal journey with Spenga, with fitness in general. So Spenga started in 2015, a little bit before that, kind of coming up with the concept and everything. So we opened our doors 2015, and as a former soccer player and a former fitness junkie in general, I really have done it all, right? And one of the things that myself and my partners, we just love about what we've created is, number one, the community and the workout itself, combining cardio, strength, and flexibility, and the three most important pillars of fitness. So as we open, and I was also working out here on a regular basis and everything along those lines, obviously COVID happened in 2020. It forced a lot of people to work out at home or maybe adapt to new things and things of that nature. But what a lot of people don't know is that actually we started in 2018, but really in 2020, my wife and I were trying to extend our family. So already having 2 kids and started extending our family. So with the help of IVF and everything of that nature, we started our journey to grow our family. So with that being said, there's a lot of different medications that you're on, right? And so between 2020 and just actually pretty much a year ago to date, so for a good 2 years, I was on a lot of different things that would make me sleepy. I was constantly tired. I was, just hormonally off a little bit. Obviously there was weight gain, all of that good stuff. So with that, I just felt, as being a fitness instructor and in fitness, and knowing where I came from, of course, in the back of my mind, I knew that this is going to lead me to grow my family. So there was that carrot to dangle. But while I was in it, I was not in love with it. And not many people are. So I've been there. I've been through that journey. Whether people are currently in it right now, whether they've been in it 3 years ago and they haven't been able to get out of that rut. I've been there, right? So luckily, we now have 2 beautiful babies to add to our family, boy and girl twins, Knox and Hattie. Yeah. They just turned 10 months old. So with that being said, I was over 200 pounds when I delivered. And to date, just as of yesterday, I'm down almost 70 pounds, wow, which is crazy. And to think I've been able to work out for 8 months. My journey was slow. When I came back, I couldn't do a lot of things on the bike. My sweet spot, so my spin power, my numbers pre-pregnancy, I was very sad to not be able to even get close to those, right? Yeah. So I had a lot of mental things going on, trying to work my way back up to what I knew I was capable of pre-pregnancy. And, even in the workout, reverse lunges, forget about it. I couldn't do it. Any chest, obviously I had a big old belly. Yep. My chest game still is not strong, right? It's something I continue to work on. My flexibility, I have a lot of underlying issues, seeing you for, which thank you, by the way, feels so much more amazing. But with that being said, over the course of 8 months, coming in here and actually doing sessions 4 to 5 days a week, I have been able to not only crush pre-pregnancy goals, I feel so much stronger than I do now than I honestly ever did before. Yeah. My cardio is phenomenal. I can still run circles around all 4 of my children. I could still beat all 4 of my children in a foot race. My son is very close to taking me down, but it's very important, as we kind of go through that process, I'm a human being too. Just because I'm a co-founder here, co-owner here, and I'm an instructor, doesn't mean that I don't need to be motivated as well.
Absolutely.
So I'm relatable. I am you and you are me. That's what I say, and it's just so important to just know that there is help. And Spenga works.
Yeah.
It really, really does.
How long into your pregnancy were you actually still doing workouts?
Oh, goodness. I was still instructing and still doing Spenga workouts up until month 8. I just became a little bit too big.
Yep.
So literally my belly was like hitting the handlebars. So I instructed all the way to month 8 and I delivered exactly 2 weeks later.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And with that being said, having twins, I think if you had one kid, or literally just because of the size aspect, you probably could have went every bit of 10 months.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that I know that were doing goblet squats all the way until a week before they were, actually giving birth. So the fact that with having twins going that long, I mean, yeah, it just becomes a mechanical, I have no space. Right?
Absolutely. And, to be completely honest with you too, I do feel that does prepare you for delivery and then the after effects as well. So we do have quite a few pregnant women that are members here that are still going through here. I have actually instructed hundreds of pregnant women throughout the entirety of Spenga in general. We do have a lot of coaching, a lot of cueing that we do go through for safety during that time. So we definitely are prepared if anybody's expecting out there.
Yes.
But with that being said, because spin can be as low impact as you wish, you can still stay in the saddle, add resistance, add speed, take it on, take it off whenever needed. The workout can be tailored to you. Over here in yoga, we do have different modifications and stuff like that. But really pre-pregnancy, going along with like the physical cans and cannots, there's a lot of mental things that go along with it too. And luckily enough, I did not suffer from any postpartum depression, but I really do. I'm very confident that I believe it was because fitness was a huge part of my life after my journey. And I'm very confident that it could also help a lot of other individuals as well.
Absolutely. And I think you hit it on the head when it comes into the people that are in here. I took a class 2 days ago, and there was someone that was freshly pregnant, I think as of 4 months in, and it was funny because Heather was like, hey, when you squat now, you got body weight in different angles that you're not even used to, right? And
Exactly.
I think that's what makes it super comfortable when it doesn't matter if you have to alter your workout a little bit. The fact that you're here and showing up, whether it's right before giving birth or after, you're here.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, whether you are a professional athlete, pregnant and expecting mama, or it's your first day of your fitness journey and you haven't worked out in 20 years, we got you.
Yeah. Now, how would you say, if outside of your athletic background and the fact that you were a fitness junkie your whole life, what are other ways that if someone's just getting into the realm of, I think I should get a little healthier, or someone maybe told them they need to, what's the best pathway here that you feel like it can be done so?
Yes, just starting is really the first step. Getting better sleep, drinking your water. I know we hear this all the time, but nutrition is a huge aspect. Nutrition, being prepared. When people tell me that they have no time, I find that very, very funny. I don't have time to prep. I don't have time to work out. You do. You have to make it. You have to make time. And being consistent is so very important. And if you have an off day, it's okay. You have an off day. Don't get too beat up about it. Just jump right back on the bandwagon. But most importantly, consistency is key. That's with your workouts, with other aspects of your workouts. And if you have any sort of chronic ailments, injuries, or anything along those lines, get them fixed, right? Go see yourself. And that's where I was, I had a really rough time with my right hip, and after seeing you, obviously, for a couple months now, my right hip has been enormously better. My range of motion has increased, less pain. So if you are experiencing those things that are maybe holding you back, go check, go check it out, right?
Yeah, and that, what you said, when it comes into getting your foot into the door, a place like this where you're running challenges, you guys are providing nutrition guidelines of, this month we're just talking about fluid intake or how much protein we should be having. That is a step into the door, and then maybe if you have to work with a specialist, then there's room down the road. But getting going and making that first effort is everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now when it comes into the big picture of how you've gone through fitness and now being a co-founder of a gym like such, where is the next step when it comes to you and your family and your wife? How do you, because you instruct four classes on Monday, bing, bang, boom, whatever the next B word would be, right?
Right.
Where do you see that as family-wise and yourself when it comes into fitness in general?
Yeah, no, and that's a great question. I've got my Spenga fam and I have my fam, right? And my family is literally like my biggest cheerleaders for all things that I do at home, and then obviously improving the Spenga experience and everybody in general. So, next steps for us, we haven't all four of us gone on vacation, so we're gonna take some personal time here in a couple months, which we're super excited about. But from a work standpoint, my family is literally the ones rooting me on every step of the way. So awesome. They're definitely super excited to all things Spenga has to offer in the future, and I couldn't ask for a better support system from all of them.
Great. Now, and like you said, family is here at work, but also at home, and I think everyone that works out here sees that because you're very open on social media, and you like showing when it comes to the kids at home and your wife, and I think that just makes, and when you come in here, you're not just talking about the workout, you're talking about, oh, I saw, you guys were out this weekend, and it was great to see everyone's photos, and I think that's what makes a great experience, and it's truly a friends and family here versus just people that you work out with.
Yes, absolutely. So. We care. We really, really care. Everybody here is not just a number to us, whether it be a past member, a current member, or a future member. Literally, just get started.
Awesome. All right, Amy. Well, thank you so much, and we can't wait. We're going to show some more clips of the studio in here. It smells as good as you can think. I wanted to tell you, there is someone that works out here. I'll tell you her name after this, that literally lays out her clothes after working out, and she's like, I still smell the scent literally when I get home, right? She's like, I want to bring all my clothes here.
Right, that's grassroots.
Yes, it's literally pristine. I can eat my lunch off this floor. So, well, thank you again, and we can't wait to just give more intro to people in the community around here, or people, I just found out there's a gym in Naples, Florida. There's going to be one in Greenville, South Carolina, or it's in the process. It's super, super cool here. So.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, thanks, Amy.